Speech title, Makeover, Frank Lev.
Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. So, how do I look?
Ducky.
I actually wore this to work in March of this year. And then afterwards, I went to lunch with some of the teachers, including Jason. Jason is a good-looking guy and fashionable. The kind of guy when women see him, they look at him, turn to each other and say, "Oh my God." And Jason said, "Frank, what's going on? You look like you're homeless." And I thought they were just kidding around, so I didn't think anything of it. But then the next day, my boss saw me and he said, "Frank, I saw you on campus the other day and you look like some kind of mountain man. You're a professor, you should look professorial." So the next day at lunch, I asked Jason for help and he agreed to be my fashion coach. The first thing we did was we talked about the philosophy of fashion. He said it's not just about clothes, it's how you feel about yourself. It's your apartment, you have to have a nice apartment, it has to be clean. You have to look in the mirror, you can't wear a backpack, etc., etc. A lot of things. And then we talked about the different looks. Like there's the t-shirt with accessory, dark jeans, and sneaker look. And then there's the nice trousers and beautiful shirt, expensive belt, and expensive shoes look. Then the next thing was that we actually went to implement. We went to Myeongdong. So I didn't think that we were going to go to one of the most expensive stores. I didn't know that I was going to become a Zara man. But there I was. And for the next 2 hours, there were sales girls and they were pulling at my clothes and adjusting things. And they were handing me things in the dressing room. And they were nodding their approval. I felt like a flame with admiring moths that were all around me. In fact, I felt a little bit like Julia Roberts in the movie Pretty Woman, except she's a prostitute and I'm an English teacher in Korea. Maybe not that different after all. And then it was done, and the new me.
Oh.
But then I had to pay. Ouch! Oh, it hurt. Next day, I saw Jason a couple days later. He said, "Frank, how's it going?" I said, "Oh, really good." He said, "So what happened?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Frank, you have to wear the clothes." So that night, I went to home day. I put on my best clothes and I was walking around. And how did I felt terrible. Incoming threat, 11 o'clock, man with cigarette, take evasive action. Warning, warning, drunk students with waffle, danger. I was so nervous I was going to ruin my clothes. And then I looked around and I saw the different looks that there were, like the jeans and the accessory look. And I saw that everybody pretty much looked the same. Everyone looked like me. I was invisible, so it was no good. I knew I had to brainstorm. Where could I wear my clothes? I couldn't wear them to work because I get chalk in my clothes in 5 seconds. I'm like the Charlie Brown character that attracts dirt. And I couldn't wear them as a street musician. That would be confusing, a really well-dressed street musician. And I didn't want to wear them just walking around on the street because I felt invisible. I needed somewhere special. And then it hit me. Toastmasters! Perfect place. So the first day I wore my new clothes to Toastmasters, people saw me and said, "Oh my God, Frank! What happened to you?" It's kind of like the haircut tease when you get a haircut and everyone says, "Ah, you got a haircut." But I said, "Hey, I'm giving a speech." And they accepted it. The new me. Then I went to a jam session where any musician can get up on stage. And I got up there and I was playing my saxophone. And I wasn't the best jazz musician, but I was the best dressed jazz musician. And I looked out at the audience, and there I saw, there were some women, and they were looking at me with that kind of Jason look in their eyes. And they said it so I could see it, like, yes, I did it! It's the new me. But really, who is me? This ego that we have, it's so important, but it's so changeable. And it's moving around all the time. Actually, it's the small me. But I think that it's just like the clothes that we wear. you can put them on and you can take them off. And I thought about the different identities that I have in life, like teacher and professor, and like American and Waygook, and like stranger and friend, and also like homeless guy and Moshi Soyo. And then I thought that this small self, these things are not real. It's just a shadow of who we are. It's not the real me. It's just like a fashion. And there must be something deeper, something bigger. And that's big me. And in reality, I am part of the universe. I am made up of the same stuff that makes up the universe. And I was created by the same forces that created the stars. So can I take off my small me? Can I go farther? Please don't. Take a vote? No, I can't, because I'm human and I have small mind. And we have small me. But we can try to remember now and then that we are part of something bigger. We are the big me. Please repeat after me. I am the universe.
I am the universe.
I am not small.
I am not small.
I am the universe.
I am the universe.
I am part of it all.
I am part of it all.
Small me is today's fashion.
Small me is today's fashion.
Big me is forever fantastic.
Big me is forever fantastic.
I am the universe.
I am the universe.
Mr. Conference.
Great.